Welcome back to today's Photo Minute by the Photo Classroom. My name is Brian Osborne and it's great to be back with you again today. I wanted to talk a little bit about white balance. You've probably actually seen me referring to white balance on many of the shots where I put my camera settings. And while there's a lot more we can talk about in other sessions, I just want to talk about photographing something in the shade and how maybe changing your white balance setting would actually really help the color. That's what white balance is. It's helping the camera to adjust for the color of light or the color cast of different lighting situations. And for many of us, when we first start out, being an auto white balance, especially in the bright sun, it probably gives us pretty good color. But especially in the shade, the issue that we run into is that the color cast in the shade, or if it was an overcast day, tends to be much more bluish. And this affects every type of photography, whether it's flowers, or whether it's a portrait, or whether it might be even wildlife in the shade. So we might want to warm up that color, and better to do it now in the camera than it is to do it later on the software, especially if you're taking a lot of pictures under the same lighting situation. And so if you know where the white balance button is on your camera, you can go from auto white balance, which is our starting place, and my first stop, or my first kind of default when I'm in the shade, is to change out of auto. Auto really is not great. And to go to cloudy white balance. Cloudy or overcast white balance on a Canon is what it's called. It helps add some yellow to the picture and helps warm it up a little bit. So we're going to show you right now on the actual flower itself. We're in auto white balance right now, and there's a little bit of a blue color cast in this scene. We're definitely in the shade of our house. And so now we're going to go to cloudy white balance. You'll see how it really warms up the colors nicely. Probably gives it a lot more accurate color rendition anyhow. If you are in a situation where you feel like cloudy or overcast doesn't warm it up enough, then my next point would be shade. Now shade in this situation probably is going to be a little too warm, but it's a great illustration that you can actually see on the screen there of warming up that color even more. It's really cool when you think about white balance, because you can actually adjust and make the color what you want it to, or in this case really correct the color and to do it automatically in the camera itself, and to be able to adjust that. I hope this is helpful. I encourage you to get out with your camera, find some different things in the shade, and get out of auto white balance. Try some of these other preset white balances and see if they're helpful to you. Have a great day, and thank you again for joining us at today's Photo Minute.